What y'all doing? Y'all want to come and hang out with me for a minute? I'll tell you a story. Y'all, did y'all enjoy y'all's 4th of July? I did. This one this year meant a little bit more to me. I did. Let freedom ring. Most definitely. But y'all, now I got a question. Now that all the charges and everything has been dismissed against me, who picks up the pieces? They destroyed my life by telling nothing but lies. I read the Alpha-Datus. It blows my mind. All the things y'all said about the rabbit hole and how it wasn't good for the community and how we were known for all different kinds. Let me ask you a question. How many stings did you ever do out of the rabbit hole? Now, I owned it for 7 years. How many undercovers did you put in? Just asking. I mean, you said all this stuff was going on, gang activity, fights, violence, assault, drug use, drug sale, homicide, shooting. I mean, y'all named all different kinds of shit. However, I don't believe I called y'all that much because my business never really interfered and nobody wanted me out of the community but you. But anyway. My point is now that, that you made me lose so much. Going into this, I had the big head. I was making a decent living. I drove a badass truck. My credit score was an 805. I thought I was doing everything that was good. You couldn't knock me off my pedestal. And then here you come with lies and bullshit. And you ruined my whole life. My whole life. I was on food stamps last month. Hey, my pride's gone. I had to do what I had to do. Don't get me wrong. I know what none of y'all out there let me starve. But my question is, now that my stuff is gone, how do I pick up the pieces from this? How do I ever trust my officers here? How do I know that you're telling the truth when you pull over other people with stuff that I see and it wasn't exaggerated, blown out of proportion, or straight up fucking lied? How do you pick up those pieces and go on? Still want to make a change in this community. I ain't letting that part go. My number one fight though, is I got to get my girl. My girl's got to be off of her ankle monitor, and her stuff has got to be gone too. Her stuff would have been gone the other day if her lawyer would have showed up in court and filed the same motion in which my lawyer did. But no, we've been trying to call her since April, but that's another story because we're going to touch on that one. And I look and I keep asking myself, what is it that I want from all this? And then God said, vengeance is mine. Y'all see, in the very beginning of all this stuff, when all these officers with their corrupt bullshit was coming at me, I told them straight up, God is not going to let you have me. I promise you that. I had an officer one night. I don't know if it was an intimidation thing, and I don't know what she was doing, but she was a detective in my case. She sees me in Walmart. She comes and stands right there at the paper products where I'm standing at, and she just stares at me. And I said, what amazes you? I am who I tell you I am. And you could see it just go all over top of her, but I told you, God was not going to let you have me, and I meant that. Well, you see, I don't seek vengeance or anything like that. Like, I pray for all of y'all. But it ain't but one thing I want from this. God said vengeance was going to be his. When you get to heaven and you have to answer for the oath that you broke, everything that you've done, everything that you've done to me, everything you took away from me, I want you to stick your chest out, look God in the eye and tell him how you fucked me, how you lied on me, how you treated me. Because that's what he's going to ask you about, baby. It is. Nothing good's going to come out in your life because God said vengeance was his. Can you go to heaven and stick your chest out and know that you done me right? All because the chief of police had this little personal thing. And for some reason, instead of honoring your oath and doing what you're supposed to do, you let him sucker you right on in. $10 million bond on bullshit charges. Bullshit charges. 853 days with an ankle monitor. That was your punishment. All because I tried to do the right thing, me and Leslie both, by trying to save a man's life. We told you the truth, you wouldn't accept the truth. And then you screwed my whole life up. For what? For what? A little dick complex. Is that what you did it for? You see, I was smart enough when I sat down at that table and I told you I know that you don't want this war. I knew what the possibilities was. I didn't know you would go this fucking far. Don't make no sense. I told you you didn't want this war because I would tell the whole world what you was doing to me. And you jumped up, screamed, started spitting in my face. Before that, you wanted to tell me, a whole story of why this wasn't personal. No, this was very fucking personal. $10 million bond. I never seen anything you done good for Eden. I'd been knowing him for a long time, and it started out with him trying to have an affair with me when I worked at the Habitat of Humanity. Yeah, remember that? Your wife wouldn't find out, right? And then it went on to a daughter coming inside my bar who was over the age, y'all, over the age. And he comes and rips her up out of my bar. My security didn't like that. They didn't know who you was. You was in civilian clothes. But even if you'd been in your uniform, it still wasn't right. It wouldn't. All because I said you didn't want this war. And you just didn't realize what can of worms you was going to open up, baby. Like, I got all levels of crazy. And when I told you I was going to tell the truth, I knew I would win this by telling the truth. Because I knew God wasn't going to let you have me. I knew whatever you put me through, I took it, I smiled, I took pictures with the ankle monitor. I sit in jail and made TikTok videos. That's how bad you scared me. And now you have ruined my whole life. And I want you to know that vengeance will be God's. It will be. I will live rent-free in your head for the rest of your life. Rent-free. And to be honest with you, you couldn't have retired on a better fucking day. April Fool's Day, you know why? Because you never was nothing but a joke. Yeah, I hope this video hits you and I hope it hurts. Because you know what? You know damn well we didn't deserve what you put us through. You can smack my little character and you can put mud all over it you want to. I'm going to come out shining, baby. I'm going to come out shining. But you be sure to put your chest out there when God asks you what you did to me. You bow it out there like you know, like you always do, that Billy Bad, throw that chest slam out there. And when God asks you what you done to Tina Lawson, oh baby, be prepared. There's nothing I could wish upon you. There is nothing I could do. It's not mine. I will not live with any of y'all or this whole incident living rent-free in my head. I'm going to change the chapter now. Oh, after I fight and get my girl out the same shit. Surely you don't think I'd leave her behind. That was some jacked up shit that went on in court the other day. But you can't have what's mine. And that's my fishy fish. Y'all have a great night.